Alright, folks, here it is. The review of Synchron Empire. First, let me say that this will be the non-spoiler part of the review. And then I will pause it and then give you a more spoilery review. Hopefully the sound picks up my voice. And anyway, without further ado, here we go. I think the artwork is very good. I'm not much of a new age collector. I like to collect more of the older stuff, but this story really grabbed me, and it is almost kind of exciting seeing where this book has taken me. Like I said, the writing was spot on. It was good to me. It was all around great book. I think the cover art is pretty reminiscent of the main theme behind the main plot of this book, of this comic. But the one thing, and this might get into spoiler territory, so I apologize, but the one thing to keep in mind is this is just the opening scenes of what is to actually happen. So, this has been my non-spoiler review. Let me pause this, and then I will give you my heads up spoiler review. I will pause this, and please take the time to do whatever. If by my review you do not want to watch the rest, please end it here. And here at Comic Fever, we welcome you, and please subscribe if you haven't. Alright, thank you, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, folks, this is your host, the Dynamite Crip, and this is Comic Fever. This is the spoiler end of the review, so if you've watched the previous section and you don't want to watch this part, please feel free to have left by now, and no problems. I just hope you've subscribed. But anyway, on to the spoiler part. So, we begin in this book in 1945, where Captain America has officially been brought in to the Hydra the Hydra Corporation. Um, if you don't know all that, then it was covered in this volume of the most recent Captain America's. This is Secret Empire. This is more the event within Captain America. So like I said, we begin in 1945, and he is going to a cave where he is met with an old enemy, now turned ally, none other than the Kraken. And the Kraken introduces him to, well, not fully introduces him to, but has him meet with the true head of Hydra, which is not Madam Hydra, but is someone higher up on the food chain. Through memories, we are seeing that Steve Rogers has been with Hydra all throughout his career, even as a good guy. And we've seen that Hydra has literally been around throughout the centuries as well. Through things like the Nazi regime and all that. And we even see that at one point Hydra and the Nazis were almost one and the same. The split came when the Nazis wanted to start killing off the Jews. And Hydra is more about domination over the people. So they felt that by killing the Jews, it was killing possible loyalties. So they split. But anyway, going back to the story, he is told about the history of Hydra, and he's told all this. And then something occurs, something that we're not really told in this comic what it was. But he's told to get in the pool, and something's striking the cave, so he has to get into this pool. But as he's getting into the pool, he's being told that no matter what he quote unquote remembers, just remember that that these are all false memories, and that he was always part of Hydra. And that he will remember again that he's a part of Hydra when the moment is right. Skip to current day, and here we are aboard the helicarrier of the SHIELD team. And a lot of chaos is going on. And throughout this chaos, we are being given a glimpse of the story is now being narrated by someone outside of himself. It's not being narrated by Captain America. Um, Again, it's one of those things where I'm not exactly sure if we find out who is narrating, but is being narrated. And throughout this narration, we are given little tidbits about how they saw this coming and everything. There is an alien invasion happening. Shields are being corrupted. Prisons that were being made to be impenetrable and being able to lock people out are being escaped from, and literally all hell is breaking loose. And unbeknownst to most, no one knew this was happening. Wave after wave of Chitauri aliens come crashing through, and then all of a sudden, as things start looking better, the shields right itself, and everybody who is in the air fighting off, in space fighting off the Chitauri, and everybody who is on land fighting off the people there, have little to worry about as the shields have come up. But as the story goes along, another ship comes in. And at first it seems that it is a ship of friendlies. But then, I can't remember her name. But, the one that Captain America loves, is still in power and is in power of S.H.I.E.L.D. now. And, she is like, okay. But then this new S.H.I.E.L.D. ship comes, and all of a sudden they have to brace for impact, and the new ship is all of a sudden seen, and their ship is taken over. Hold 1 second. Sharon is her name, and Sharon is I would say the new commander of the S.H.I.E.L.D. project, and she tells her crew to brace for impact, and all of a sudden their ship is crashed into by the other ship that they thought were allies, but really turns out to be the ship that they once thought was taken over and teleported to a different dimension, and now is full of Hydra agents. Next thing they know, those Hydra agents start boarding their ship, and then the true mission is clear. one last thing happens. The president and the secretary tells Captain America that the president has been secreted away and that he has been given full control over absolutely everything. So now, with the Chitauri taken care of and this new threat that's already on the ground, and these Hydra agents that are now boarding the new shield helicarrier, is revealed that Captain America has been the one that has both sabotaged everything and the one who has righted everything and now has locked out certain members who are lost in space from getting back to Earth, and locked Earth people from getting any signals out to the ones in space. I'm sorry if this one was a little convoluted, but oh, and one more thing. And the last of his mission statement is he's now put out word to all the heroes to meet in Washington, D.C., where we are left with a cliffhanger. So, till Secret Empire #1, we are left to find out what happens. I am your host, the Dynamite Trip. This has been my review of Secret Empire #0. Sorry if it's if I left a kind of convoluted review, but hopefully I've given you enough information that will make you want to come and read this book for yourself. Can I say that if you're not a Marvel fan that you'll like this? Probably not. I will say this. You don't have to necessarily be a Marvel fan, but you do have to be a Captain America fan. And you also have to be what I am, which is basically a purist of what Captain America is. And to me, Captain America is Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers is Captain America. Captain America is Steve Rogers. That's just me. So, anyway, as I said, that has been my review of the Secret Empire #0. Please, I hope you read it. Thank you for viewing. Please subscribe. I love you all. And as I say at the end of every video, see you on the other side.